Chapter 29. Jesus at the councils, in the churches, and among the children. 29th June 1840. Wherever you are 2 or 3, and also several more gathered in my name and in my love, I am also among you. But not like at the councils, since I was never among them. For at the councils they were gathered together with the intention, like the Jewish council before the high priest Caiaphas, and consulted under my supposed inspiration about the privileges and sanctity of the hierarch and his infallibility, and calculated the great loss of the temporal income of the chair, and cared little about me, leaving me with the most precise need hardly as much room as a mite in space. My external name, like that of another historical person, and some fragments of my word. From it a pagan blind faith and a dead love, a systematic idolatry, and a ceremonial cult, that arising from it are the only things left to me. In this way I became like those rulers who are placed on the throne by their officials as a cover for all their wickedness, and who still have to put themselves very high, so that they, almost always unconsciously, use their ruler's name as an official sign of strength in order to give their decrees and ordinances a supreme legal force. See, this is exactly what happens to me in most of my churches. Everywhere they try to withdraw me from the eyes of my children, and stuff their ears with empty sounds, so that they should not hear my fatherly voice. They hold wooden Christs before their eyes, so that they may not see the living, and with the ringing of bells they make their ears deaf to my voice, and do not let my living word be heard in their hearts. Behold, therefore I now come into your midst for all of you, and warn you against the leaven of the selfish Pharisees, that you may always see the face of your Holy Father, and hear his living word. Become small like children, so that my kingdom may become yours. For therein lies the greatest wisdom, as in love the highest bliss. But to you, my dear wordsmith, I will give the consolation, as also to your wife, who has already become dear to me, that I have recorded your little children in my book. Tell them that I have accepted them as children, as if they had come from my blessing, and that I also want to be a most loving, Holy Father to them. And so also today I want to grant them a small wish, namely, that they should diligently capture their will in everything that I have ordered and announced through my servant, and will still announce, and that they should render the most willing obedience to their parents, who have been informed of it. Then they will all soon recognize and begin to perceive within themselves what this means to have me as a father, who has such immense treasures and riches to give away to those children who love me. But you, my dear friends, still very few friends, be cheerful and joyful in your heart, for I am with you and rejoice with you. If you have joy in me, and this joy will be a bright star for you when you leave the world. It will guide you faithfully on the long journey to my great heavens, and will lead you there, as well as partly already here, to my great city. Amen. Now then, rejoice. And whomever of you wants to speak to me, let him speak. And I will loosen the mouth and the tongue of my poor servant in that hour. But be distant from all pride, and closer to the love of your heart. Amen. I, your most loving Father in my Son Jesus. Amen. Amen. Amen.